Alright, so here we have our favorite Kris Kringle Mart treat. We've got potato pancakes, some salmon dip, some wine, and a boot. Look at this boot. I'm so excited I finally have one of these. Rachel, how are your potato pancakes?
Very good.
Wonderful.
We're just gonna say
What
no
else do you have on your
because I
plate?
said something.
Sour cream and applesauce.
Very good. So good. Hello, and I hope you've enjoyed that wonderful montage of Chicago things throughout the day. So we are right now in our favorite holiday tradition, one of our favorites. So after we finish all the things that we do throughout the day, we come up to the 8th floor of Macy's and we look at the Christmas tree, which is right there. Wait, there it is. And then we sit on the couches and we take naps, and it's wonderful. So we're here. Rachel's there. She's got her own little chair. It's been a good day, lots of fun. What was your favorite part, Rachel?
Probably coming here.
I would also agree, coming here is a great time. I enjoyed the Chicago Cultural Museum as well. They were both good times. So we're gonna sit here for a little bit, probably grab some food, and then head back home. So it's been a great day. Hello again. So I just got done editing the vlog and putting all the videos together and adding some text and some music, and I worked really hard on this vlog and I'm really proud of it. So, but as I was going through, I was like, wow, you know, if I wasn't a Chicago person, I wouldn't know what a lot of these things are. So I'm going to kind of talk through exactly what we did. So start of the day, the first two videos there were like right out of the train station, kind of looking around the city that was there. If you caught a Friends reference in the second video, props to you. That's a good job. Also in that second video, one of the last buildings that you saw, it was really, really long and had all those columns in front of it. That was the Lyric Opera House in Chicago. And then from there, we went to the Kris Kringle Mart, which was started in 1996 in Chicago, but it's been a German tradition since the 1500s. And what that is, it's this big giant market and daily plaza, and there's all these vendors from around the world. A lot of them are from Germany and that area of Europe, but there's also ones from all over the world. And so they sell ornaments and hats and gloves and food and scarves and all these things. So we've been going there every year for a long, long time. So it's definitely become a Schubert family tradition, and it's really grown in popularity within Chicago. And so it's super, super crowded normally. Today wasn't too bad. We had some strange weather because it was like 60 degrees and raining today instead of normally like 25 and snowy. So a lot of people stayed home because of the rain, which worked out for us because it was not very crowded. From there, we went to Millennium Park, which is the Bean, or Cloud Gate is the official name, but everyone just calls it the Bean. But it's this big giant sculpture, and it's basically just like a giant mirror in the shape of a bean. And from there, we went across the BP Bridge to Maggie Daley Park, which is one of the new parks that's opened up in Chicago. And that opened up, I think, over the summer, but it's got so many like new things for kids. There's tons and tons of little playgrounds, and they're like sectioned off by age. So you've got like all ages, the adults one, and then you've got like the ones just for kids 2 to 5, just for ones like 5 to 7. So it's really cool. They've done a lot within the lakefront to really improve the park area. So that's really neat. I'm excited to go back in the summer and see what that looks like. And then from there, we went to the Chicago Cultural Center, which is one of the museums in Chicago. It's free to go into. And the building that it's in was the original Chicago Public Library. So it's a very old building, as you all saw, with the staircases, and like every room you go in is just like this beautifully done, immaculately ornate building with all these sculptures, and the ceiling is tiled and the floor has all these designs, and then there's two big Tiffany glass domes within the building. So that's one of my favorite museums. It's really neat to go in there. And I really like architecture and like urban planning, city planning, things like that. So seeing that exhibit was really cool. It basically took over the whole museum. None of the traditional things were there. It was all about the state of the art of architecture, which I guess is like this thing going around all of Chicago. They're celebrating architecture and bringing together a bunch of people from around the world to kind of discuss architecture and what the field is going into and things like that. So that was pretty neat. And then from there, we went to Macy's, which I kind of already talked about. But originally, Macy's was Marshall Fields, and it was much better. And so they've done Christmas stuff there for years and years and years. And so they've got the big giant Christmas tree. And then below that, there was that restaurant down there called the Walnut Room, which you can reserve. You reserve in like June to sit there at Christmas. It's ridiculous. But the food there is really, really good. My family went there a couple years ago, like when I was in middle school, a long time actually. But the food there is delicious, and you get to sit by the Christmas tree and eat. And so then we sat on the couches some more, and then we took the train home. So we were only down in Chicago for a couple hours, but definitely we did a lot of things. There's lots to do in Chicago. If you've never been, you should definitely go. It's one of my favorite cities, without a doubt. And it's kind of like I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place, because I really love Kentucky and I love being out of Illinois and not, in this area. But every time I go down to Chicago, I'm just like, wow, I'd love to live here. Really, really love to live here. So it's definitely one of my favorite places on earth, and I would love to be there. I love being there in the summer, in the winter, every time of year. It's a great place to be. There's always things to do. There's always food to eat. It's just a wonderful city. If you haven't had a chance to go there, really, really think you should. It's a wonderful place. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas Eve, and tomorrow is the big day. Yay. Goodbye. Have a great day.